Hello, Shining Stars. Stephanie Pankey, your district sales manager, and we are going to talk today about fundraising. This is the opening video, and I want to talk about a plan that I have, and I hope that you all join in with me. I'm also going to be having our regular Facebook event where I'm going to post instructions on how and what to do to have a fundraiser of your very own. But first, I want to talk to you about something I'm really excited about. In Campaign 23, which is coming up, we are going to have a fundraising blitz. And you may be saying, I don't know how to do a fundraiser. That's the beauty. You're going to learn. And this is the way you're going to learn. We're going to talk about the when, the what, and the why. So when? Campaign 23. Campaign 23, we're just going to do this because we can, and you're going to learn how. What we're going to do is we are going to have what I call a learning fundraiser for those of you who don't know how to have a fundraiser. Now, those of you who've done it in the past, I would like you to focus on having a traditional fundraiser. But what we're going to talk about right now is our learning fundraiser. And why would you want to learn how to do a fundraiser? Simple. To increase your income, to solidify your standing in your community as the Avon lady who does the fundraisers, and to get your name out, to get you out. You will gain new customers and new recruits. There is a vast of wealth just waiting on you once you learn how to do fundraisers. So let's talk about that just for a moment. Let's say that you have a $1,000 fundraiser, and that's a big one. You get to decide how much money you want to give the organization and how much money you keep for yourself. Now, I recommend giving 30 to 40%. Whichever you decide, it's your decision. But I do strongly, strongly recommend that you always keep 10% minimum for yourself. Reason being is because you need to have the money to pay for the supplies. Especially if you do what I call the learning fundraiser, where you are going to actually do the fundraising. Normally in a traditional fundraiser, you will have participants in an organization that will be out raising the funds for you, and you will be a facilitator. But I'm teaching you about a learning fundraiser today. So that means you're going to have to do some of the work. But this is how you will learn. And once you learn, there's no stopping you. So if you had a $1,000 fundraiser, you kept 10% of the funds that were raised. That's $100 for you, $400 for that organization. Remember, Avon keeps 50% because they supply the materials. But you are going to get your profit, and you're going to make a nice little amount for your organization. So if you kept 15%, you would make $150. Your organization would get $350. If you were to keep 20%, your organization would get $300 and you would get $200. So you have to decide how much you want to give to the organization. Now, in the learning fundraiser, you have some flexibility. So you can have, I want to encourage everyone in Campaign 23 to pick an organization, any organization that you want. So think about the town that you live in. My town in particular, Harvest Texarkana, which is a food bank, our domestic violence prevention, they have a women's shelter. Those are the two that come to my mind first. There is also church groups who will have upcoming mission trips. There are homeless shelters. There are children's organizations. There is Toys for Tots. There is the Christmas tree in the mall where people can go and pick a toy off the mall. Whatever you want to do. Maybe you just want to donate to your church. Maybe you want to donate to your women's organization. Pick a group that you have a heart for and decide how you're going to raise money for this organization. Now, I'm going to teach you that. There's also, this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. You can donate to the local breast cancer center in your area, or just the American Cancer Society, the American Heart Association, Children's Hospital. Pick an organization, and then that's step one. and then we're going to go out and earn the money. So I want to talk to you about how to do that. So let me show you. I'm going to share my screen with you, and I want to show you a couple of our fundraising flyers because it's really important that you see what you can and cannot do. It's really important to think about your organization based on what you're going to do with them. And I have this pulled up. I apologize. There it is. Okay. So let's look at this slide. For example, we have 3 for $20 eye makeup palettes. Who could use these? Anyone. But your local women's shelter, they would benefit because these ladies leave their house with nothing. So you could go out, sell these 3 for $20 eyeshadow palettes to your friends, family, and customers. Let them know that you're raising money for a local organization. Also, the American Cancer Society does donate cosmetics to cancer patients too. So you can take these cosmetics and promote them. Then give the cosmetics and the money to the organization. So if you were to choose, say, this flyer, if you wanted to have a $500 fundraiser, you would only have to sell 25 of these to raise $500 for your organization. Just 25. Think about that. You can do that. If you wanted to, the next flyer, 3 for $15, you would have to sell 34 sets of these to have a $500 fundraiser. And our next slide is the Skin So Soft packs. Any pack for $30, you would have to sell 17 of these to have a $500 fundraiser. Don't forget Annie the Owl. You only have to sell 25 Annie the Owls to have a $500 fundraiser in your organization. I mean, isn't that amazing? That's not that much. And here's how you do it. You can mix and match if you want. You can choose any flyers. You can choose all 3 of the cosmetics flyer and take 2 or 3 of your friends or maybe some good customers. So I would take myself, I would get 2 or 3 friends together and say, hey, could you take this flyer to your office, maybe show it to your family and friends over the next week or so and see what you can help me raise for the organization that I'm raising money for? Go to a couple of your customers who work inside businesses and say, hey, I am selling this for our organization, and I want to know if you kind of pass this around the office for me, and I'll come back in a couple of days and pick up the orders. You can use any of these flyers that you want or any combination. Annie the Owl is a really good fundraiser for any kind of children's organization, children's hospital, because you can donate the animals and the cash to that organization. It's also good for firemen and police departments because they give children who are in accidents or fires or any kind of major events, emergencies, they give them these animals to comfort them. So you can give them this for the children and donate the money to help them buy equipment. So I hope y'all are liking these ideas. We also have, and I don't have a picture, but I meant to, Prima, find a dance studio. Now, if at Prima you don't get 40% earnings on, so we may have to talk about that one, depending on your sales level. But you can do a Prima fundraiser for a dance studio. All the little ballerinas dancing around. So I don't know what you're thinking about this because I wish this was interactive, but it is not. So let me go back and let's look at these flyers again. You can mix and match any of these that you want. Now, I'm going to go stop sharing my screen. I'm going to repost all of this later, so you'll get to see it again. But campaign 23, and I mean campaign 23, you need to turn in your fundraising order separate from your regular order. And if you have at least a $500 fundraiser, I'm going to give you this. You can see that. This is a tote bag. It is brand new. It is a Bug Guard tote bag. And Bug Guard is our biggest fundraiser in the spring. So you're prepared for the spring once you do this. And I will give you this Ask Me About Avon Fundraising pin. So you get these 2 items right here to help you with your spring fundraising. And all you have to do is learn how to do a fundraiser now. $500 fundraiser in campaign 23. Now I'm going to go through the instructions and I'm going to show you how to do this. So let me go back to sharing my screen one more time. I'm just going to hit on the biggest instruction part of this real quick, and then I'm going to post all this information for you to view on your own. So step 1, finding the organization. Decide what organization that you want to start your learning fundraiser on. 2, select your program and flyers. 3, register your fundraiser. All this information can be found at youravon.com to earnings opportunities, and scroll down to fundraising, and you will find out how to do all of this stuff. And you all know you can call me anytime. And then I will teach you how to manage your fundraiser and follow up with your customers. So for everyone who wants to do this, I would love to talk to you and help you in any way that I possibly can. So my number, 903-701-1234. Don't forget to view the rest of this fundraising Facebook event because it has a lot more detail in it, mostly about traditional fundraising, which you're going to need to know, but we are going to concentrate and do a learning fundraiser in campaigns 23. I'm so excited, and you can get started now if you want. So I will say goodbye for now, and I will let you review your information. Then I will be reaching out to you, and I really want to see you reach out to me because I'm really excited about this opportunity. If you can learn to master fundraising, there's nothing that you can't do with Avon, and your earnings are going to soar. So you have a great evening, and I look forward to hearing from you. Bye-bye.